Hey everyone, it's Alexander Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for Hellfest, which came out in 2018 and is distributed by Lionsgate. The movie takes place at a fictional Halloween haunt called Hellfest. It's a massive event on a level of Halloween Horror Nights and Not Scary Farm. A group of friends decide to go there one night, mainly because they want to have one of them hook up with a guy that she's had a crush on for who knows how long, and this guy also got the entire group VIP wristbands. But unfortunately, things start to take a dark turn when they're suddenly stalked by somebody who is wearing a mask of one of the scare actors, but is going off killing people who don't really seem to be all that scared of this event. I actually did see this movie when it came out in 2018. It landed in my worst of list that year, but I never actually gave a proper review for it on this channel. What I ended up doing was collaborating with a friend of mine, Rachel Herrick, on her channel, Adorkable Rachel. We reviewed the movie on that channel and just went into full spoilers on why we thought it was terrible. She doesn't make YouTube videos anymore because she's now focusing on her career in puppetry, but you can go check out the channel right there and check out the original video. So we basically didn't like it, but you know, time has gone on. I thought back on this movie for some weird reason and wanted to give it another shot because I am such a fan of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, and this will be the first year I'll be going to Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights, which yeah, I'm excited for. So I figured, hey, why not give this movie another shot? And upon watching it again, my opinion really hasn't changed on it. I still think it's such a wasted potential, but there are a few things that I've actually come around to. First of all, the production design of this movie is probably the best aspect because it looks like a legit Halloween haunt. The lighting effects are really cool. It's got endless amounts of fog. The scare actors are pretty legit, mainly because the extras playing them were actually scare actors. The haunted houses themselves are really cool and have a ton of detail to them. My favorite detail of the movie is this green fog-like ceiling, where the characters are able to lift their hands up and reach through the fog. It creates some really cool lighting. That is something that I hope some haunted houses actually take advantage of. It's been a while since I've been to Knott's. I doubt Disney does it at either Oogie Boogie Bash or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but this is something that I would really like to see in more Halloween haunt events. And there are actually a few moments between the characters that I thought felt very real, mainly between the guy who got everyone in the group VIP wristbands and the film's final girl. These two actors have a lot of improv moments together that feel real. If a lot of the movie had just been these friends hanging out with each other, then maybe I could have given this more of a pass, but then again, it would have just been like watching a vlog on YouTube, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I have my own theme park channel, Alexander Robinson Travel Channel, but there wouldn't be that much of a conflict. And the actual conflict of the movie, where you have somebody walking around the theme park dressed as a scare actor killing people, had a lot of potential to it. This was actually a really clever idea. When I first heard about it, I thought, yeah, sign me up. This sounds like it's a great idea that probably is long overdue, but the execution is just so bad. This killer is so nondescript. He has no motivation. He has no personality whatsoever. We don't even see a face on this guy. And I know that someone like Michael Myers is more scary because of the mystery surrounding him, but we know Michael Myers' background. We don't know his motivation for killing people, but we know what his backstory was like. Maybe because you have the always crazy Dr. Loomis just talking about how evil he is. So Michael Myers at least has a background to him. With this guy, however, the only traits that he has is that he hums Pop Goes the Weasel for some weird reason, and he always does the Arthurian fist clench, which I don't know. I can't remember when that meme actually became a thing, but I feel like, I don't know. It's stupid. This villain is so nondescript. And also, for as elaborate and as detailed as Hellfest is as a concept, there are a lot of things that, as somebody who's worked Halloween Horror Nights and works at a theme park in general, they get so wrong. While everything outside of the haunted houses feel very real, inside the houses, they only let like 5 people in, which You know how long lines are at houses at Halloween Horror Nights? I mean, the Exorcist Believer house can go up to about 3 hours long. So if they were only letting in 5 people in a house at a time, that line would be about 8 hours long. There's no way they do that. The houses are also very empty. There are no team members inside these houses to tell people not to touch the props or the scare actors, or to escort anyone out if they're scared or causing trouble. And this theme park also has the single worst security guard I have ever seen in a movie. When he is told by the main characters that there's somebody stalking them and killing them, he just brushes it off like it was just nothing, like there's no concern at all, which is total bullshit. With the way this theme park is functioning, it's amazing that it hasn't been shut down due to understaffing, terrible employees, or just I don't know, like there's so many stupid decisions that are made in this movie, and I'm actually quite surprised at this because one of the writers of this movie is Akela Cooper, who is starting to make a big name for herself in the horror industry with movies like *Malignant* and *M3GAN. I think her scripts for *Malignant* and *M3GAN* are just a ton of fun, so rewatching this movie now that I'm more familiar with her work makes me feel sad because this is such a wasted opportunity. But I'm not going to blame her entirely because she is sharing credit with 2 other writers, and maybe it's just one of those situations where there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's why this movie doesn't really work all that much. There's also a scene where one of the characters trespasses behind stage into one of the employee locker rooms, which are totally abandoned. And again, as somebody who works at a major theme park, there is always somebody around there, whether they're inside the lockers or just outside hanging out. There's always somebody there to go, hey, you don't work here, get out. Also, if I may just nitpick for a brief moment as a theme park nerd, there's a moment where one of the main characters is drying herself off after one of the scare actors sprays her with goo, and there's a hand dryer put above a mirror in a bathroom. I'm like, I've never seen that before in any theme park. I mean, maybe it could work at a water park, and it's been a while since I've been to Hurricane Harbor or Raging Waters, but at a place that is well established to not be a water park, that's a weird decision to just place a hand dryer above a mirror. A couple of other things I don't like about this movie is how wasted Tony Todd is. He's the biggest name actor in the movie, and you can hear his voice all throughout Hellfest in the haunted houses and throughout the park, and he makes an appearance as the mascot of Hellfest, I guess. He could be the equivalent of Jack the Clown, or I guess this year's Halloween Horror Nights mascot in Orlando, Dr. Oddfellow, but he only has one scene when he's not doing voiceover. It's like, why? Why is he in this movie if he has nothing to offer? And lastly, Bex Taylor-Klaus as one of the friends. The actor themselves is okay, but the character that they play is just annoying. For as much as the characters in this movie feel like real people, this character right here feels completely exaggerated, and one of those people that I'm like, if I was ever friends with this person, I'd be like, get me away from this person right now because they're annoying, they're antagonizing, even if they're not actually mean. They're just annoying to be around. I don't have much else to say about Hellfest. When Rachel and I saw it 5 years ago, we did it as a double feature with Bad Times at the El Royale, and we liked that movie, but Hellfest, we didn't like it, but we sure had a lot of fun talking shit about it after we saw the movie and days later when we recorded her video. So it's a fun movie to make fun of because there's some unintentionally funny moments here and there, but ultimately it's just wasted potential. Again, I like the production design, I like some of the real moments between these people and the improv moments, and the lead actress in the movie, Amy Forsyth, is actually really cute. She's a very attractive woman, and the little bits of improv that she does with one of the other actors feels real. But on a whole, I just didn't really buy into this. As somebody who is a massive theme park fan and a theme park worker, there are just so many details that this movie gets right, but also gets very much wrong that it's frustrating to watch. And the movie doesn't even really have a resolution. The killer gets away, and again, the most we know about him is that he has a daughter that he loves, but that's about it. We still have no face to this guy. It's terrible. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. I have seen worse movies. In fact, Truth or Dare and Slender Man, which both came out in 2018 as well, I think are far worse. But this is just wasted potential at the end of the day, so I say don't waste your money on it. I would love to see this concept be given another chance, because there's a lot of potential that can be done. I gave it another shot, and I still don't feel that enthusiastic about it. And there you go, that's my review for Hellfest. And with that, this concludes my annual series of Halloween horror reviews. I will be going to Universal Orlando next week, so you're not going to see a whole lot of videos then on this channel, but I will be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's before I leave, and I have one more video I have to make for the Halloween season that you'll see on Halloween night. But in terms of retro movie reviews, I'll be back in December to review the Lord of the Rings trilogy, just in time for the 20th anniversary of Return of the King. I know a lot of you are excited for me to review those movies. I'm excited to rewatch them and finally review them for this channel. But until then, I want to know what you guys think about Hellfest. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Threads. I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.